Hey, it's Mike Brennan, and we're back again with another segment on MITech TV. Bill Mayer, I think you're an executive VP at Ann Arbor SPARK. Is that your correct title?
Technically, I think it's senior vice president,
Senior
but
Vice President. But anyway, coming up at the end of this week, we're recording this on September 22nd. At the end of this week, the annual A2 Spark uh, 360, I think it's called, which is a series of seminars, webinars, meetings. You've got a whole slug of things going on. Why don't you talk about what those are?
thanks, Mike. So the official name is A2Tech 360, and it's almost 2 weeks worth of content that's dealing with innovation, entrepreneurship, and just really interesting things that are happening in and around Ann Arbor. And it gives people a chance not only to understand those, but to meet other like-minded people that might be interested in the same topical area.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the events that are taking place. I understand that there are 24 events over 10 days. Anything new this year that you'd care to mention?
Yeah, a lot. Geez, 24 events. It started with one humble event called Tech Trek, and here we are today. So technically, the festivities kick off on Wednesday. The first event that we're doing is at Washtenaw Community College, and it's a day of content dealing with AI
Hmm.
because who's not dealing with AI?
Hmm.
So I'm actually on one of the panels talking about how startups and how people should be thinking about integrating AI into their lives. But as you sort of move forward, Thursday we've got a couple events. Friday is sort of the first big event that we're doing, which is the Invest 360 competition where people will win cash prizes. They'll pitch, they'll do all these things, and the Fast Track Awards that celebrate the highest growth companies in the innovation economy that we have in Washtenaw County. And then if you visit the website a2tech360.com, there's just events happening every day. There's a maker space in downtown Ann Arbor called MakerWorks. They are having an open house on Sunday the 28th. We launched a thing called the Green Business Challenge, which is incentivizing people to, be sustainable in Ann Arbor. And we're doing a sustainable future forum on Monday the 29th. If you're in the life science space, on Tuesday the 30th, we have an FDA Pathways event happening at the Atomic Object Office in downtown Ann Arbor. So great content, but if you've ever wanted to check out the office, it's pretty darn cool also. Wednesday, October 1st, there's a lot going on, sort of focusing on women in technology. We have a lunch and learn, and we also have a women in tech event that always sells out. And then Thursday and Friday, we have our tech homecoming event on Thursday. If you know anyone who's in town for the homecoming football game, and they're even open minded about looking for a new job in Ann Arbor. It's a great job seeker event. We have lots of employers, lots of people show up, and it's much more fun than kind of, doing the nervous, you're wearing a suit handshake. You can have a beer, you can have some food, and you can talk to these companies in a more casual setting. And then, of course, on Friday, October 3rd, is the big culmination where we have our Tech Trek event where we close Liberty. We're going to have about 60 companies displaying what they're doing. It's 100% battery powered by one of our local companies. And at the same time, in Liberty Park, we'll be having sort of inspirational tech talks going on all day. So it's a lot. Choose your own adventure, and then pick the things you're very interested in.
All
Uh,
right.
oh, good, Matt.
Well, I was just curious. The Tech Trek was the original part of the this event, and it is sort of the big one of the big culminations. So tell us what goes on during Tech Trek.
Sure. Well, one of the things we've always been sensitive to is there's residents of Ann Arbor that work in the tech economy, but there's a lot of residents who don't. And so we wanted to make what's happening inside of all these innovative startups, inside of university research, all of that. We wanted to make it more accessible and understandable to the general population of Ann Arbor.
Hmm.
That's the core of the mission. Just so everybody knows dual security at this point, right? You might even use it on your phone. But did you know it was two guys? from the University of Michigan that started it, and it turned into this global company. We've got lots of examples of that. So, and my favorite is Domino's Pizza. It's a software company here in Ann Arbor. That thing on your watch that tells you how far away your pizza is, that software was built in Ann Arbor. So you can talk to the team, find out what they're doing, why they're building things, what's next. Lots of autonomous vehicle companies and other, really cool innovations. But I have a little subversive angle to this, and I'll let you in on what it is. Bring your kids. One of the things that's always been in, sort of in our mind in creating this event is we always tell kids, do well in school, get into a good college, life will be good, right? But we try to showcase to these kids, hey, if you do those things, you don't have to get a boring job. You could get this really amazing job. And I'll pick on drones for a minute because I think it's the ultimate one that resonates with kids. You like video games, you like drones. What if you were able to build these things and fly them and do this and get paid to do it after college? That's not even in kids' minds. Develop video games. So if we can plant seeds that sort of grow into students studying, good degrees, graduating from universities, getting great jobs, we'll have accomplished our mission.
And the other one that I found really interesting, taking a look at all the events, was the open house at MakerWorks. Speaking of getting paid to do fun stuff, tell us a little bit
Right?
about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, so MakerWorks is right in downtown Ann Arbor. It's right below the Afternoon Delight restaurant on the corner of Liberty and Fifth Avenue. And if you know what a makerspace is, it's basically just an open platform. Think of it as a gym membership for people that like to build things. And so, if it's a dangerous machine, you have to get trained on it. But let's be simple here and just say you can kind of walk in and just build stuff. You need to weld something on a printed circuit board. You need a 3D printer. You need a plasma cutter, whatever. Why buy it? You could just go to MakerWorks and use those tools. It's so valuable. Spark even has a couple licenses and key cards that we lend out to our startups to walk
Hmm.
across the street and use the space. So I feel like Ann Arbor has some of these stealthy things going on, and more people should know about them. I feel like MakerWorks is one of those spaces.
Also, although it's probably not affiliated with Spark, Amanda Luan's a longtime friend of Matt and I, and
Oh
she
yeah.
has Bamboo Ann Arbor along with Bamboo Royal Oak and Detroit and Grand Rapids. She's all over the place. When I talked to her about it, she goes, "Yep, I'm into real estate." So I have visited her Bamboo Ann Arbor site, all of them at the Grand Rapids one, and great networking there. But again, not affiliated with you guys, but I just wanted to throw that in. So.
Oh, we love Amanda, and bamboo is a very important piece of the overall ecosystem. You may have heard of the Cahoots workspace, and they're actually open during Tech Trek. You can walk in, you can see the tech companies in the space. They're even doing a thing the morning of Tech Trek, October 3rd, from 9 to 10 a.m., where it's sort of a friends and founders meetup at their event. So Bamboo last year did host a couple things for us, but they'll be one of the spaces that you can visit during Tech Trek. So if you've never seen it, it's a great opportunity. And if it weren't for places like Bamboo, Cahoots, Brightworks, co-working, things like that, we wouldn't have enough space to put all the entrepreneurs that want to work in downtown Ann Arbor. So we're very grateful that we have them. Another great one is the MIHQ facility on Wagner, but they also just opened one in Ypsilanti in the former EMU Business School, and we have a opportunity happening on Thursday, October 2nd, the Business of Life Science from 9 to 2 p.m. You can go see that facility if you like too.
Oh, very cool. And
Yeah,
we
we try
can't
and make it fun,
we can't close this without mentioning the fun food part of all this. You've got
right?
something called September 30th Ipsa Tasty, and a couple of my favorite restaurants are on there. The Maze Mexican place, Sidetrack Bar and Grill, a couple others. It looks like a lot of fun.
All right, I want you guys to mark my words. Give it about 5 years. Ipsy is going to be the coolest, hippest place to be. east or west of Detroit. Ypsi has a lot of really neat things going for it, and the food scene, and I'll kind of put the craft, beer scene with that also, is just one of these undiscovered assets. I mean, this pub crawl, this Ipsy Tasty thing, where you go around and you just sort of sample and experience all these local restaurants in Ipsy. If you don't know the scene there and you want a really efficient way to just find out what's what, do that because they're going to make it really easy for you. Everybody needs to eat, so you might as well eat some delicious food and learn about Ypsilanti while you're at it.
Okay. And so I assume there are still people can still sign up to attend your event, or is that pretty well sold out?
Oh, no, no, no. Now, the main event, the Tech Trek and Tech Talk, that's free. It's outdoors. You want to sign up because you get a free T-shirt, and you also get some other bonus swag with that. But it also helps us. We receive funding from all sorts of sources, and they love seeing strong attendance. So everyone that's listening, please do register. It really helps keep this going. Plus, you get some free stuff. But there are some events that do have a fee around them and are limited in capacity. So there might be a couple of them, like Women in Tech that I mentioned. That's happening at Washtenaw Community College on October 1st. That one always sells out. I don't think it's sold out yet, but boy, people should do that one first if they're interested in going to it. So there'll be plenty for people to attend.
And where do they go to sign up or check it out?
A2Tech360 360.com has everything all in one place for you.